Hello, Houston dancers, or if you're not an artist in the community or dancer or performing, and you're joining here with your dancer friend, welcome to Wellness Wednesdays, I believe this is, with Dance Force Houston, so thank you for being here. My name is Marcela. I'm a Houston native performer dancer as well. I'm living in NYC right now, so I can't be there live with you, but yay for technology, I get to record this for you. So as well as being a performer and dancer, I'm a Pilates instructor, and we are going to do some mindful movement today on our mat. So all you need is some space, some cushion underneath you. Pilates mat can be sometimes a little bit more tough on the spine than yoga, because we are going to be laying down for some of the portion of it, but it's also 30 minutes. I think you're going to be great. All right, so let's get started here before I get too excited and give you more than 30 minutes, because definitely I love Pilates and mindful movement so much. So we're going to find a comfortable seat here to start. I'm sitting onto my heels to stretch my quads. If that's uncomfortable for you, go ahead and find a cross-legged position for yourself. So we're going to be here in our starting seated position. Just find a soft focus forward here. You're also welcome to play some music in the background as well if you'd like. I'm going to teach here with no music. There's also something so beautiful about moving to no music as well, so I challenge you to do that. All right. So we're going to reach our arms out wide to the sides here. Wiggle those fingers, bringing awareness and energy into the body here. Feeling the heaviness of your tailbone down into those heels. We take a big breath in, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, reach them out wide to the sides. Two more like that. Inhale, stretch. Exhale out wide. One more like this. Good, let's hug our arms here. Stack those elbows on top, drop the chin to the chest. You're giving yourself a hug here, feeling the openness in your shoulder blades in the back and the heaviness of your head down in the front. We take one more deep breath in here through the nose. Hold it at the top for a moment, and as slow as you can, let it all out. Good, open that focus up, let go of that hold here. Here we go, some Pilates. So we're gonna come here onto our quadruped position, which is our all fours position. Onto our hands and our knees, checking that those wrists are right underneath the shoulders and the knees right underneath the hips. Tuck those toes in underneath you to stretch through those 10 toes. We're going to go for our scapula protraction and retraction, isolating the movement just to be in the shoulder blades here. Send your focus down in between your fingertips as your chest sinks down to hug your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Then press through those hands to open up the shoulder blades wide to the side, puffing up that chest. Checking that the ribs and the hips are unaffected as we sink the chest down, hug the shoulder blades into the spine, press through the hands to separate out wide. I'm sorry I don't have a better shirt to show form here, but you got it. Here we go, two more like this. Sink that chest down, hug the shoulder blades into the spine. Exhale, press. One more. Inhale, hug. Exhale, press. Good. From here, you're going to roll down through your head. Find that head closer to your tail, belly button up into the spine to find that C-shaped spinal flexion. Then drop that belly button down, open that head and that tail away from each other's spinal extension. Just one more like that. Press through those hands. Head is heavy. Inhale, open up in that extension. Good, long, flat back here. Here we go. Big inhale here to prepare. Exhale, right away, press through the palms, through all 10 toes to hover those knees off. Holding here, right away. You got it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, 1. Soften down those knees. Press back, hips to heels, stretching forwards here into a little child's pose. Setting up again. Here we go. We press through those wrists, tuck those toes in underneath you. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, press up, just hover those knees long, flat back here. And we hold. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Drop those knees down. Find that child's pose one more time. Beautiful job, everyone. I know I got you right into those abs right away, but we're going to make the most out of these 30 minutes. Softening here. Then let that forehead be heavy down into the mat as you reach your hands towards your heels. Round up that spine, pull back in the hips, stacking up your shoulders over your hips. Good. From here, we're going to reach our legs forwards. We're going to swing them in front of us. We're going to bend our knees here. I'm going to make sure I'm in the frame. And let's go ahead and feet are flat down onto the ground. Knees are bent and pointed up to the ceiling. Let's take a little wrist roll here and a full arm circle, reaching your arms up overhead and out by your sides. And then reverse that wrist circle. And reversing that arm circle. You're going to keep your arms parallel to the ground. You're going to flip your palms here. You're going to pull back those left fingertips, or any fingertips here. Pull them back and then open up that chin to the ceiling. Big breath in. Exhale, flip the palm down to the ground. Chin comes down to the chest and then pull that hand in towards you. Other side, inhale, pull those fingertips back. Open up that chest and that focus. Exhale, drop the chin down, pull those fingertips back. Being heavy here. Good. Open up here, shake out through those fingertips. Here we go. Feeling the openness here in your low back, you're going to stretch your arms forward parallel to the ground. Big inhale. Exhale, belly button comes into the spine. Press through the feet. Don't let them leave the ground as you round back halfway here in a C shape through the low back. Good. Then press through the feet. Round up through that spine. Big inhale. Here we go. 2 more like that. Exhale, press back. Rounding back in that C shape low back. Inhale, stack up. 1 more. Belly button comes into the spine. Round C shape through that low back. Hold back here in this half roll back position. From here, we tap our hands down to the mat. We reach them up towards our ears. 2 more, tap. And reach. 1 more, tap. And reach. Then reach those fingertips forward. Start from the hips, round up. Stack up that spine rather. And come to sitting tall. Here we go, adding on. We exhale, round back halfway. Keep pressing through all 10 toes. Get those ribs off the hips here, deep in that C shape in the low spine. You tap your hands down. You reach your arms up. Keep them up here. Slice the left arm across the body. Inhale, stack up in the center. Slice the right arm across the body. Inhale, back up in the center. Keep the arms up or reach them forwards. You choose your challenge here and then round up through the spine. Stack it up to sitting. Here we go. 1 more like that. Exhale, round back. Tap the hands down underneath you. Reach the hands up to the ceiling. Now the opposite arm slices across. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, slice across. Inhale, unwind. Keep those arms reaching up this time. You got it. Round up, stack up that spine. Arms reach down. Here we go. Scoot yourself a little bit more forwards here with the hips. Feet are flat. We're going to slowly come all the way down onto our back. 10 counts. Here we go. Down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Extend those legs long front of you here. Go ahead and zip them together. Knees and ankles together. Arms are long down by your sides. You're going to stretch your arms up overhead. Big breath in. Exhale out by your sides. One more like that. Big breath in. And exhale out by your sides. Beautiful. Keep them here by your sides. They're going to hover at your hips. Your toes are still flexed to your active legs. You're going to start to nod your chin to your chest and then let it go. One more. Nod the chin to the chest. Hold it there. Now start to peel off your head, your neck, and your chest, reaching those hands by the hips here, finding an upper abdominal curl, and then soften down chest, neck, head. Two more like that. Curl forwards, peel off head, neck, chest, really creasing at that breastbone here, and then soften down chest, neck, head. Let's add an arm circle. Reach the arms up overhead, big breath in. Exhale, reach them out by the sides, down by your hips, hover them here. We peel off head, neck, chest. Find that upper abdominal curl, and then lengthen down. Reach those arms up overhead, out by your sides, down by your hips onto the mat underneath you, and then slide those heels in towards the hips. Let's go ahead and open them up a little bit wider than hip width distance today. For our bridging. Long spine at the bottom, big breath in. Exhale, belly button comes into the spine. Press through the hands, through the heels to peel that spine off, one bone at a time. Bridging those hips up to the ceiling here. Big breath in, try not to let those knees open out wide. Keep them parallel as much as you can, even though our feet are wider. Then we exhale, soften down. We're going to take 3 more like that, articulating all the way through the spine as we press through the heels. Belly button comes into the spine, peeling those hips off and up. See if you can keep those hips high as long as you can as you soften in the chest, then the mid-back, then the low back, and the hips. Here we go. 2 more like that, pressing and peeling off. Softening down. Finding all that space in the spine. Last one here. We press through the heels, peel off. There are 26 bones. See if you can peel off one at a time. See if you can soften down one bone at a time, each of those 26 bones. Finding all that space in between. Working through those glutes. Beautiful. Once that tailbone hits, we stretch our arms up to the ceiling here, reaching long. Big breath in. Now, we're going to bring our heels into hip width distance, a little bit more underneath us. We're going to go through a flat back series. Everything leads with the hips. Keep your back long and flat the whole time. Here we go. We exhale, press up in one piece. Inhale, and reaching the arms down underneath you. Then inhale, soften the hips down, reach the arms up. Here we go, 4 more like that. We exhale, press, power up. Inhale, down. Good, we go 3, 2, 1. Hold up here on this last one. Here you go, super challenge. We float the right heel off and back down. Just the left heel floats and lowers. Now we float that right heel off. Keep pressing through the left heel. Press through both hands. Pull that right foot all the way off into a tabletop. Yes! Soften down those toes, that heel. Beautiful. I'm a little weak today too, so it's okay if there's a little bit of wiggles. Here we go, left side, float that heel off, press through the right heel, pull into that tabletop, pull from the obliques. Soften down those left toes, soften down that left heel, press those hips up high. Last little push here. Let's go ahead and float the arms up to the ceiling too, balancing on those shoulder blades. We drop down an inch, we squeeze up an inch. Here we go, pulsing for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften that spine all the way down, last articulation all the way through. Beautiful job. Let's stretch those legs forwards again. Toes pull back towards you. Your arms are still reaching up to the ceiling here. They reach up overhead without the ribs cage opening up. Going into our roll up right away. We exhale, reach the hands up to the ceiling, nod the chin to the chest, start to peel the spine off, find that upper abdominal curl, then keep peeling so much that you reach up and over. Now with this one, we want to stay parallel with our arms to the legs here, deepening that C shape in the low back. And then we stack up the spine here. From the hips to the shoulders, we pick the ribs up off the hips and we round back down, belly button into the spine, softening down here, all abs, no momentum. Just one more like that. Big breath in, arms reach overhead. Exhale, reach the fingertips up, curl the chin to the chest, peel that spine off. Reaching up and over here, your hips are pulling back as your arms reach way past your toes. Your head is heavy in between your arms. We stack up that spine here from the hips up to the top of the head, and we let that go. Let's go ahead and open up our heels a little bit wider here than our hips again. And we reach our arms up overhead. Let's point those toes forward. Let's flex those toes back. 2 more like that. Point and flex. Point and flex. Now alternate. One foot points, the other one flexes. Point and flex. Just wiggle it out here, finding alternating through both legs. Good, now flex through both feet. Those toes are pointed up to the ceiling. Big breath in. We're gonna twist towards one side here, just with the ribs. Then we unwind. Twist with the ribs towards the other side. Then we unwind. Try not to let those hips move. Adding on. We twist towards one side. Good. Now that bottom elbow is going to reach down to tap in between your legs. Reach up through the top elbow. Stay twisted. And then unwind. Soften those shoulders. Just the ribs twist. Elbow taps in between the legs. Top elbow reaches up. Then unwind. One more each side. Inhale, twist. Exhale, tap. Inhale, stack up to sitting. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, twist. Exhale, tap. Inhale, stack up. Exhale, unwind. Beautiful. Reach your arms long here. And now point your toes forward. From here, we're going to add a full arm extension to it. We're going to twist towards one side. Flip both palms up to the ceiling. Saw your pinky toe off on this side, reaching up and over that leg. Stack up that spine. Flip the palms again. Reach through the fingertips long, and then come back through the center. Just one on the other side. Twist in the ribs, up, out, and away. Flip those palms. Reach up and over that leg. Inhale, stack up, sitting tall. Exhale, unwind. Beautiful. Zip those legs together here. 2 shoulder rolls up and back. Good, then your arms are going to reach up overhead and then back behind you here. Another challenge. Here we go. Our hands are reaching back behind us. Fingertips are facing towards our toes. You're going to bend those elbows slightly and then press back up. Good, we're gonna add on here. The toes are pointed forwards. You're gonna bend those elbows. Now you're gonna press up through those arms, press up through the heels to bridge your hips up to the ceiling here. I'm sorry, I am blanking on what this is called right now. But here we are, we're pressing here through the triceps, through the backs of the legs to open up those hips. We soften down those hips. We peel those fingertips off. Let's fold over our legs here. Big breath in. Exhale, come back with those hands, bend the elbows, and then pressing up again on your next breath. Good, we hold up here. Let's add a little something to it. Here we go. Well, you have the option to stay here. Let's give you options to stay here, or you can flex one foot and hover it up and back down. Good, just one more on the other side, or you're holding here. Flex the other foot, hover it up and back down. Good, press through both feet, open up those hips long, drop the hips down, fingertips reach up and over. Let that upper body fold. Beautiful job, round up through that spine here. And we're gonna come sitting onto one hip. I also apologize if I'm not reversing this in the correct direction. So I trust that you know your body's here. All right, so we are onto that hip here. We're gonna be onto that, it is left hip for me. Please choose the hip that it is for you. Our legs are going to bend into a 90-degree position. Sorry, let me check something here real quick. Okay, we're good. So, we're gonna line up our left elbow and left hip with the back of our mat here. I like to blade this bottom hand. And then your shins are gonna line up with the front of your mat here, so 90-degree position. You're gonna stretch your top arm up to the ceiling here, wiggle those fingers again, and then place your hand onto your hip here. You're gonna send your hip down towards your heels and backwards like you're sitting in a chair so that we can really get into that piriformis, that side glute, all that good stuff. Good, flex those feet here. Keep pressing through the bottom elbow to keep those obliques lifted here. We're gonna reach that top knee up and hover it here. Here we go, we circle out just at the knee for 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, keep the knee hovering. Stretch the leg out in front of you, and then bend it right back in. Look, it's like I'm really stamping the camera out in front of you. Yeah, and then bending right back in. One more like that. Stretch and bend. Good. Now you're going to stretch that leg. You're going to reach the other arm up over, actually out by your side. Good, we're gonna sweep that leg back without shifting too much in the hips, and then we reach that other arm forwards. Woo, find that beautiful diagonal line stretch. It feels so good here in my obliques. Then the leg sweeps forward and the arm sweeps back. Here we go, 2 more like that. Big inhale, sweep. Keep pressing through that bottom elbow to not sink. Exhale, sweep. Good, leg sweeps back, arm switches forward. Big inhale in. Exhale, leg sweeps forward, arm reaches back. Reach that arm up to the ceiling. Keep using that outer line of the leg. Here we go. We kiss the knees. We lift that top leg. Good. Kiss the knees. Lift that top leg. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Keep that knee hovering. Bend that leg in and then soften down. Stretch that arm out underneath you here. Good, and we're gonna go for a little spinal twist. So we're gonna stretch that right arm or that top arm up over in front of you. Reach it up overhead. You can actually basket your head back here with your other hand too. And you open up your focus, your head, your neck, and your chest. Keep those knees stacked, that hip stacked. Just open up here in that spinal twist. Big breath in. Exhale, unwind. Just one more on this side. Big breath in, reaching up. Exhale out. And breathing back in. Unwind. Beautiful. We're going to go through a little planking transition here before we go to the other side. So bring those arms in right underneath you. Now you're facing the other end of your mat here. We're gonna stay onto our forearms as well. So, roll those shoulders back. Hands come into a prayer position here, pressing through the pinky sides and the elbows here onto your forearms. Here we go. We stretch one leg out away from us, tuck those toes underneath you, and then stretch the other leg out to meet it. Right away. Good. Hips are leveled here, parallel to the ground. And we press here, and we hold in our plank for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. As slow as you can, bend one knee in. Bend the other knee back in. Good, keep those toes tucked in underneath you. Keep the knees zipped in. We're gonna do a little shell stretch, so it's a little bit more active than a child's pose stretch. You're gonna drop your forehead down here to be heavy. Hopefully you can still hear me. Your hands come back onto those heels. You're gonna press or pull into those heels so your elbows come out wide and your belly button comes up into the spine to deepen that C shape here through the back. So it's a little bit more active stretching here. And that forehead, whoa, it's hard to talk from that position. That forehead stays heavy down into the mat underneath you. Here we go, one more breath here. Good, untuck those toes. And then right away, you're gonna set up onto your opposite hip here into that 90-degree position, but I will swing around so that I'm here facing you again. So we're onto that opposite hip, back elbow and hip lined up with the back of the mat, knees bent into 90 degrees, shins parallel with the front. Whew, all right, here we go. We stretch our arms up to the ceiling. We flex those feet the whole time here, both of them. Wiggle those fingers for me. Press into that bottom elbow to keep your obliques lifted here. Good. From here, your hand comes onto the hip, top hand onto the hip, reaches down towards the heels and backwards like you're sitting in a chair. Good. Recruit those obliques, those abdominals, and that side glute. We lift that top knee up, just hovering a couple inches over the bottom knee. We circle out, breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. From here, extend that leg out, stamp that camera in front of you, and then come back in. Good. We go for 3, 2. Checking that you're not sinking in that bottom arm. 1. Beautiful. Extend that leg out in front of you, and then that top arm reaches back behind you. We sweep that leg back, and the arm sweeps forward. Find that diagonal line stretch. So good. And then exhale, sweep. Good. 2 more like that. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, sweep. 1 more. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, sweep. Good. Keep that leg in front. Top arm reaches up overhead. Sorry, up to the ceiling. We kiss the knees here. We lift that heel. Good. We go for 4. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Keep that knee hovering. Bend that knee in. And then soften down. Arms come down. Slide yourself out to rest onto that bottom arm. Your knees are still bent into that 90-degree. Go ahead and basket your head right away here. Top arm reaches in front of you. We reach it up to the ceiling, big breath in. Now we exhale, we open up our head, our neck, our chest, finding that spinal twist. Breathe in 1 more time here. And exhale, reach forwards again. Just 1 more twist like that. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, out. Inhale. And exhale, forwards. Beautiful. Hands come in here underneath you again. 1 more plank here. Woohoo! Before we do some back work, spinal extension. So here we go. Onto the forearms, facing towards the front again, or, sorry, I'm disoriented. I'm not sure where you are, but you got it. All right, here, prayer hands. Try to choose the opposite leg that you stretched out first, and then press out again, full plank. Zip those legs together, press up here, squeeze through the butt, lift up through the shoulders. We breathe in deeply, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend 1 knee at a time. And child's pose, 1 moment. Good. From here, rock yourself forward onto your quadruped, all fours. Then stack your forearms, your palms on top of each other here. You're going to extend your legs out away from you. Good. You're going to press through those forearms for a moment to spin the inner thighs up to the ceiling. And then you're going to drop your forehead down onto your stacked hands. From here, your legs are open up a little bit wider than hip width distance, and they're just actively reaching down here through the tops of the feet. You're going to keep your hands connected to your forehead and your elbows wide. Take a big breath in. You're going to lift up just a couple inches. Inhale. Exhale down. Good. Also, before we go again, belly button comes up into the spine to protect the low back the whole time. So gentle press of the pubic bone down into the mat underneath you, elbows wide, tops of the toes pressing. Here we go. We're going to go up. Big inhale, reach out wide. And soften down. 3 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. Go for 2. And for 1. Good. From here, reach your arms out wide into a V in front of you. So now you're in a shallow starfish position with your body here. Forehead is resting down again. Nose pointed towards the ground. I'm going to keep my head lifted slightly so that you can hear me. Here we go. Right arm, left leg reaches out and lifts up here, staying balanced on that pubic bone. And then soften down. Inhale, other arm, other leg. And soften down. Good. 1 more each side. Inhale, open up. Exhale, soften. 1 more. Keep the nose pointed down towards the ground. And soften. Here we go. Both arms, both legs. Inhale, reach, float. Exhale, soften. 2 more. Inhale, float. Exhale, soften. Last one. Inhale, float. You're going to hold up here in this float position. Zip your arms and your legs together parallel. And here we go. Last push up in this extension for swimming. Start paddling your arms up and down just a couple inches. Breathing in and out. Breathing in. Keep swimming and out. Good. 2 more breaths. And out. Last one. And out. Good. Inhale, hold, expand up even more. And exhale, soften everything down. Good. Hands come in underneath you. Press back to that shell stretch 1 more time. Forehead down, knees zip together. Hands onto those heels. Belly button pulls up into the spine. And you soften everything here. 1 more breath. Good. Keep those hands back by the heels. Round up that spine. Stacking it up here. Good. Untuck those toes underneath you. And we'll end just like we started here. Or cross-legged position. Anything you feel. Here we go. Arms out wide to the side. Big breath in. Soft focus forward or eyes closed. Exhale, arms come down. 2 more. Breathing in deeply. And exhale. Last one. Good. Stack one elbow on top of the other. Drop that chin down to that chest. Feel that openness in the shoulder blades in the back that we worked through that scapula protraction, retraction. Feel the heaviness of your head, the heaviness of your hips onto your heels, the openness of your back body, and the warmth in your front body. We take 2 deep breaths together here, in through the nose. Exhale slowly out the mouth. Last one, breathing in deeply. Fill up the lungs. Give yourself a squeeze here, giving yourself gratitude for moving your body today. And exhale slowly out the mouth. Good, let go of those arms, swing it out here. And that is your class. Thank you so much. I don't even know where I am on the time. I hope it was not too much over 30 minutes. Again, my name is Marcela. This is your Wellness Wednesday. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. I hope you feel long and recharged and just giving yourself gratitude for moving your body a little bit today. It doesn't matter how much you moved it. It's so beautiful to move. I'm so grateful for this able body, and I hope to share that gratitude with you. You are all so beautifully able-bodied. I just know it. Thank you so much for joining me today, and take care. I'll see you around in Houston.